All right, welcome everybody to the Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. I hope everyone's there and you're having a wonderful, marvelous Monday. I am recording this today live, of course, but this is a special day. It's Martin Luther King Day here in the United States, and my boys are out of school and we've been hanging out. So I'm looking pretty casual today. I didn't even got my eyeglasses on and not my contacts today. So I hope that you're ready because I've compiled something for you today that I think can really help you no matter what business you're in. Whether you're in an online business or an offline business, I'm going to be providing you with 10 free tools that can really help you with your online. So these are tools that some of them I use every single day, and some of them I recently was introduced to, and I'm going to start using them right away in my business once I found them. So pretty excited to share them with you and to use a few of them myself. So let me see who's out there. Make sure everybody can hear me and everything's good. Hey, there's Gabriella. Good to see you. I saw Brigitte on there earlier, so I don't see her there now, but maybe she has a different name on there. So good to see you guys live, and we will go ahead and get started. Let me know too if you're having any trouble hearing me or if there's any issues with the video. Best way to do that is to message me on Facebook. Just log into Facebook in a different window and then private message me, and I'll see that pop up on my phone over here because I'm not going to be going back and forth between the chat window. Sound good? All right, let's get going. So let me pull up my screen here. All right. Great. So hopefully you can see my screen. What I've got going here is I put a presentation on 10 free marketing tools every business owner should know about. So these are some things that I think that you're really going to get a lot of value in, but I encourage you to, if you don't have a notebook or notepad out right now, go ahead and get that out because I'm going to be providing you with some links for these 10 free tools, and you're going to want to jot them down if they're interesting to you. So let's get moving forward. I'm going to go right into it today. So the very first free tool is called SEMRush, SEM. And the web address for that is semrush.com. So what does this tool do? Well, it allows businesses to track how visible their websites are on Google. So this is really good. You can see how well your search engine marketing or search engine optimization is doing using this free tool. You can also use it, and this is kind of a sneaky way to use it, but you can use it to do competitor research. So if you know somebody who's like a really amazing marketer in the same business you're in, you can do research on them and get information on what your competitor is doing better than you, and then model whatever it is that they're doing so that you can boost your views on Google. I am going to show you what SEMrush looks like. So let me open up a window here. Okay, so this is what their website looks like, and you simply can enter in any domain name, keyword, or URL, and it's going to give you information about that company. So I would recommend you go in here, enter in your own domain first, and just see how you're performing across Google, and it's going to tell you right away, and it's also going to show you the keywords that you're being listed for. And then if there's other keywords that you would like to be listed for, then now you know what you need to do. So it should give you some ideas based on what other competitors are being listed for, and I would jot those down, and this can really help you, especially if you're a blogger, so that your blogs are getting seen and that you're getting more organic traffic that's coming to your blog site and to your content online. Really great free tool. All right, let me go back. So let me go to the next one. Before I do, let me see if there's any questions out there. Okay, cool. All right, looks like you guys can still hear me all right. Oh, hey, Terry, I saw you just popped in. Good to see you there. All right, we're going to go to the next one. This one is Hootsuite or Buffer App. So I'm actually giving 2 for 1 here. What is Hootsuite, Buffer App? Well, here's the link, and I'll explain what they do. Hootsuite, it's just Hootsuite, kind of like a hoot owl, hootsuite.com, and then Buffer App, BUFFERAPP.com. My preference is Buffer App. That's the one I use. Although Hootsuite is just as good, it probably has even more bells and whistles. It's just for me, I thought Hootsuite was just a little, had more of a learning curve to it. And I was able to get up and running right away with Buffer App. So maybe later I'll take the time to really understand everything with Hootsuite and migrate over there. But for now, I am an active user on Buffer App. So what does it do? Well, these apps allow you to connect to multiple social media accounts from one dashboard. So the benefit of that, you know, a lot of folks, when they come into internet marketing, they think they have to go to Twitter and post, to Facebook and post, to Instagram and post, and it takes a lot of time to go from one social media app to the other and post on a regular basis in order to grow your audience. Well, the way around that is to use one of these free apps, which literally allows you to post one time into the app and then select which social media sites you want it to buffer out to. So what I do is I will find things that I think are going to be really good for my Twitter, and I will set all of those up for the week, and then have Twitter be posted to on my behalf. It'll time it, and it'll post it at the best time for your viewers. And the same thing for my Facebook. A lot of times what I post on Facebook is the same as what I post on LinkedIn and Google+. So I will post to my Buffer app, and then it'll send it out to all of those other apps, including Pinterest and things like that. So really handy tool if you aren't using these. This is my go-to everyday tool that I use. So feel free to check those out. And there's also some great free tutorials that both of these sites offer on how to best use your social media and to make sure that it's getting seen by the largest audiences. Cool stuff. So let me see if we've got any notes here. I heard my phone going off. Nope, sounds like I'm doing all right. So let's keep moving forward. All right, the third one is Snapchat. Now, I'm certain that most of you have heard of Snapchat, and you're like, well, yeah, that's a social media tool. Why do I need to add that to a free tool that I use? Well, here's the thing. Snapchat is really, really hot, and it's continuing to grow at a rapid pace. And I have been told that I need to up my Snapchat game big time. And here's the link. It's just snapchat.com. It is an app for your phone. You can also get to it online. And this is often neglected, and I want to raise my hand on this because I have been neglecting Snapchat. And my mentor said, you need to get things moving on that, because Snapchat is a great way, and you create these things called storyboards. It's the best way to give your audience an inside look at your personal brand. And here's a tip. You can get feedback from your audience by asking them to take a screenshot of parts of your story and then to post that on a different social media site as a form of voting. This is something that one of my mentors did, and it literally grew their audience tenfold because more and more people are going on to Snapchat. So if you're not utilizing that like myself, this is one of my personal goals for marketing, is to start using actively. And there's a lot of great articles and tools out there on how to use it well. So it might be something for you to look into. And of course, it's a free social media tool. So check it out and start using it to market your business. Let me see how you guys are doing out there. Oh, yeah, you're right, Gabriella. Hootsuite does add their name to your posting, but so does Buffer app. It's just a nature of the game. It's a way of them tracking. So if you go into the reporting tool in both Hootsuite or Buffer app, it's a way of them tracking links that get clicked on. So they kind of have to put their name in there so that your links can be tracked. So yes, I get that though. It is kind of frustrating if you want your brand to show rather than Hootsuite or Buffer app. Okay, so we're going to go to the next one. The next one is YouTube. And I'm sure you've all heard of YouTube. I mean, YouTube is a really, it's a great website, but I bet you did not know this. Obviously, here's the address, youtube.com. YouTube is the second largest search engine in the world, second only to Google. And something else you probably don't know is that YouTube is owned by Google. Okay, so you know this is why this is so that when you post something on YouTube, Google has invested interest to promote that because they want to promote things that are on YouTube. Things that you post on YouTube don't show up on Facebook. So what I recommend is that you do both. You post things to YouTube as well as post the same video or a similar video into your Facebook page, because they're kind of competing right now. Facebook video and YouTube video are definitely competing. But right now, YouTube still has the market share. And here's the thing, more people would rather watch a short video than read about your company. So what does that tell you? You need to do video. And it doesn't have to be your face either. You can do kind of what I'm doing right this second, where I'm showing you my screen instead of showing you my face. You could do a tutorial or something similar like I'm doing and show, you know, just words on a page or a PowerPoint, and it's going to help people to understand you and your brand. So here is a huge tip that I learned from my own mentor, and that is create 10 to 15 videos and answer questions, frequently asked questions about your business in those videos. And I recommend keeping those videos pretty short, like 3 minutes or less. But you want to do this because it's instantly going to give you credibility and help make you an expert in the field. And then here's the second part of this, is once you've created those 10 to 15 FAQ videos, syndicate them across your social media sites. The best way to do that, use Buffer app or Hootsuite. So use one of those tools to share with all of the social media sites frequently asked questions. And make sure you type in your question with your video so that they're seeing that, and then they're going to want to click on your video in order to get the answer to your question. Pretty cool, right? That's a great way to build your brand and to get more leads for your business. All right, we're going to go on to the next one. Am I going too fast? Is everybody still with me? All right. Oh, Gabriella, no sad faces. I know. All right. Terry, you got any questions out there? No? Okay. We're going to keep going. Feel free to text me or message me if you've got questions, and we'll get those answered as we go along. All right. The next one, number 5, is Canva. Canva, I love Canva. I use it all the time. And here's the web address, canva.com. So what on earth is Canva? If you're not familiar with it and you haven't used it, this is a free web-based tool that helps you design sophisticated banners, social media posts, ads, even stationery for your business, like business cards and brochures, and much, much more. And it's free. It's like having a graphic designer on staff just by going to Canva. They have built-in templates that you can use. Most of them are free. There are a few paid templates that they have. Most of them are like $1 if you want to use their paid templates. I usually just use their free ones though, because they've got such good ones. And you can add your own brand, your own logos. It's a great way to build out your ads and things that you're going to be posting through Hootsuite or Buffer app. So use Canva. And oh, here's a hint too. I'm sure you've seen people who post these amazing photos with like quotes and text, beautiful font over the top of the photos. You can do all that right in Canva. And they even have an app that you can download for your smartphone where you can do it right from your smartphone and then post that to your social media sites. So really, really great tool. And this is one I definitely use all the time. It's helped me to make all kinds of great ads and campaigns. They even have a Facebook ad campaign so that you can make sure you're following their 20% rule for Facebook ads. In other words, on Facebook, if you aren't familiar with this, if you create a paid advertisement, you can only have your image have 20% text. If it has more than 20% text in your image, then Facebook will prevent your ad from running. So Canva is a great way to get around that because they have templates that already have the text as 20%. You can just change the text, make sure you don't increase the size, and then it'll be accepted when you run your ad. So pretty slick, and I love that about Canva. All right, we're gonna move on to number 6, SoundCloud. Yeah, this one is for all of you guys that like to do audio. All right, SoundCloud address. And what SoundCloud does, it's a social media site where you can upload and share audio clips. I know a lot of musicians use this, but more and more business owners and podcasters are starting to use SoundCloud. They're using it to distribute their podcast, and they're using it in addition to the usual suspects, such as iTunes and things like that, and Podcaster. I like SoundCloud actually better than iTunes. I don't know why, but iTunes tends to buffer. Like it hangs up on me when I am listening to podcasts on iTunes, and maybe it's just something wrong with my phone, but it's really frustrating. So I've started listening to podcasts through SoundCloud, and I have no problems with it. It comes through crisp and clear, and I've noticed that more and more people are posting to SoundCloud as well as those other apps. So if you've considered running an audio or podcast, this is what I would start with. And just like I mentioned earlier with YouTube, making 10 to 15 frequently asked questions as videos, I recommend you could record at the same time, like record the audio version of your answer on YouTube. You can post that audio answer into SoundCloud. So you could make your own podcast with 10 or 15 frequently asked questions where you're answering them, and then post them there with your brand name as your podcast. This is an excellent way for you to collect a whole other audience who's not, there are people out there who don't like video as much as they like audio. They say that there's 3 types of learners. There's the visual, right? There's the auditory, and then there's kinetic or physical. You have to do it. So people who listen to audio are going to be different than the visual learners, and so you're going to connect with those people even more so if you have a podcast version of your frequently asked questions. So just a tip there that could really help move the dial for your business. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 7, Spyfu. All right, I love the name Spyfu. This is spyfu.com, and this one is one that I recently was introduced to, and I haven't started using, but I'm planning on it because I think it's a pretty cool thing. So what is it? Well, it's a way for you to take a peek at your competitor's digital marketing strategy. So like if you're running like solo ads, if you're familiar with those, or Google ads or things like that, you may not know which keywords to use, which ones are going to be the most profitable for you. Well, Spyfu gives you insight into that for free, right? So you can check out what keywords that your competitors are bidding on, how their campaigns look, it'll even that, and how much they spend on average on Google. Yeah, it tracks that. And it will, for free, it'll give you the initial research on the platform. If you want a lot more details and things like that, then there is a fee for the site. But just the initial resource or in research of your competitors is huge. And then here's the big tip, is once you see what keywords that your competitors and your business are using, then you can pick the top performing ads and model those and create your own. Okay, so we call this reverse engineering, where instead of reinventing the wheel on your paid ads or solo ads or any type of paid strategy, you can now see what other people's paid strategies are and model what they're doing so that you have success as well. So this is kind of a huge tip. A lot of people don't do this, and this is a wonderful way for you to start having success with your ad campaigns, especially paid ads, without having to do as much testing, because now you know what your competitor is doing. So check it out. In fact, I'll even show you kind of what the site looks like here. Open that up. Spyfu. Okay, so basically it allows you to download your competitors' most profitable keywords and ads for their paid and organic searches. So you just enter in your competitor's website. Doesn't matter who, like if you have a big internet marketer that you've been following, or some multimillionaires in the industry, I would type in their URL that they use for their primary capture page, for example, and then it'll tell you all the stuff that's going on with their ad. So this is great, and it's free, like I said. So give us a try, and you might suddenly have found a great way for you to start compiling better ads for your business. All right, cool. See how you guys are doing? She laughs. Gabrielle, you're laughing. Thanks for being so active in the chat, Gabrielle. I appreciate it. Hey, there's Brigitte. She just popped back in. Hope you're feeling better, Brigitte. Yeah. So yeah, hopefully if you guys could let me know too, how's the audio? Is it coming through okay, or am I breaking up again? Because I've switched to a different internet source here at my home office to see if that improves my live stream. So I appreciate any tips or anything you're having trouble with, so that I can know what's working. All right, we're going to keep going. We're going to go to number 8. All right, this is awesome. Okay, I really just learned about this just a few days ago, and I am so excited about teaching you this one and using it for my own business. It's called Missing Letter, and it's kind of spelled weird, Missing Letter. And here's the web address. It's just missingletter.com. So what on earth is Missing Letter? Well, you're going to freak out when you find out what this is, okay? Because I sure did. All right, so Missing Letter connects your RSS feed from your blog to all of your social media sites. Okay, so let me explain. So if you're a blogger, and this actually Missing Letter, it's not going to work very well for you unless you at least have a blog. So I highly recommend you start a blog in 2017 if you don't have one, because this is an excellent way for you to get more traffic to your business, is by having a blog. And if you're not familiar with my blog, it's toughmamablog.com, and mama is MOMMA, and tough is TUFF. So toughmamablog.com. And the cool thing about that's toughmamablog.com. The cool thing about having a blog is that if you use like WordPress, which is what my blog is on, it automatically gives you an RSS feed, which is basically real simple feed. It's a way for people to connect to newsreaders and stuff like that. Well, here's what Missing Letter does. It takes it one step further. It creates what's called a drip marketing campaign based on the content and images that are found in your blog post. So let me explain a little better. A single blog post that you do, if you enter it into missingletter.com, it will automatically generate a dozen different social media posts for you, all extracted and created, and then the tool will post it for you. Oh my gosh, isn't this like totally crazy? So I freaked out when I found this, because I'm like, wow, what a great way to enhance the number of visitors that I'm getting on my blog site. So I am really, really looking forward to using this in my business. So yeah, you're going to be able to convert all of your blog posts magically, as they say, into engaging social media campaigns. So yeah, so here's kind of how it works. Let me see if I can get rid of this guy. No. So it turns each of your blog posts into a year's worth of social media updates, pre-filled in with quotes, hashtags, images, and more. So it does it all, and you can sign up for free. So now you don't have to forget about sharing your blog post or keeping on top of your marketing. It does it all for you automatically. So yeah, people are freaking out about this because it's a great way to get tweets out there, Facebook posts, everything else. And again, it's free. So yeah, check it out and try it and see what you think. I know that you can do so many for free. I think like a dozen for free. And if you want to do even more than that, like more posts, then there is a price to it. But you might as well start the free trial. Give it a try, see how it works for you. I know I will be doing it for me. And then let me know if this really helps to amplify your social media postings. because it sounds like the perfect solution that I've been looking for. Cool. All right, missing letter. All right, let's go to the next one. Number 9, you've probably heard of this one, but I bet you most of you are not using it. Yeah, I bet you're not, but I'm hoping that you will start after I talk to you about it, and that is Google Analytics. Google Analytics is just google.com/analytics. And what is Google Analytics? Well, it's a way to track the traffic to your website. And it's completely free. Google does a great job of providing amazing tools free of charge. You just have to learn how to use it. And the benefit of the analytics is then you can see, who's coming to your site, what pages are the most popular, what do you need to write more about because you're getting so much traffic to certain posts. If you could just take your top 5% of all of your posts, your blog posts and things that you put on your website, and then amplify that using the previous example of missing letter, you're going to start seeing a huge increase in traffic and leads for your business. So Google Analytics will let you track all of that. So if you're not familiar with Google Analytics, it's not that hard to set up. I mean, it's a little bit time consuming at first. You will have to have a Gmail account to use it. But once you sign in with your Gmail account, you basically set up whatever web address that you have within Google Analytics, and it walks you through it step by step. And then I recommend setting it up, right away, and then let it run for like a month, and then go in and check and see, how things are working. But there's 2 parts to it. One is, adding your web address into Google Analytics, and then the second is Google Analytics is going to give you a little piece of code or a snippet that you have to then post onto your website. If you use a WordPress blog, they give you step-by-step instructions on how to add it to WordPress. So you want to make sure you do that. If you use some other blog site, I'm sure you can do a Google search and figure out how to add Google Analytics to that other blog site. But this will really help you, because if you're not tracking where people are coming from to your site, then you're not able to scale your business for success. I'm a firm believer in metrics and being able to track these things so that I can scale up and know what's working and what's not working in my business. Cool stuff. And I hope that everyone here really, if you do one tool, that Google Analytics is the one that you do in order to improve your overall insights into how your business is performing. All right, are you guys ready for the magical number 10? All right, here we go. Number 10 is called Mention. Okay, mention.com is the name of the website. It also has an app, and I actually downloaded the app to my iPhone, and it's a really nice little tool. But what is Mention? What does it do? Well, it's a real-time media monitoring system. Basically, it gets you live updates about your brand anytime your name is mentioned from the web and on social media sites. So here's the way I use it, and this is why I brought this on to this Hangout today, is I have certain topics that are really important to me. Like, for instance, I have a martial arts school, and I like to track the martial arts, Branson Karate is the name of my martial arts school. So I like to track, how it's performing as far as different blog posts that I've written for that, as well as when people mention the name. It's a great way to manage your reputation as well. So, if you see somebody say something negative about your business, you instantly get an alert, or you can set it up to get alerts like I do on my phone with that app. And so I can tell, if there's something negative, and then I can go in and respond to that if there's a problem, or if it's something positive. Like, a lot of times if I get some positive mentions, I will go and I will comment on that person's account and just thank them for giving me positive feedback. And sometimes I even give out free gifts. Like I've had this one person who mentioned me on their own blog, and it got me a lot more traffic and a lot more new students for my martial arts school. And so I ended up sending them a SeMRush t-shirt, Show and Rue t-shirt. So what I ended up doing was I send that out to them, and they were really pleased that I did that, and they mentioned me even more. So, it is not just for brick and mortar places like martial arts studios. You can use this to see how your brand is doing in your marketing. Like, are people sharing your information? Like, when you post something on your Facebook site, are they sharing it? And what are other people saying once it gets shared? And this is a wonderful way for you to see what's performing, and it automatically tracks anything you want based on keywords or links. Like, I even plugged in a mention for my own name because I wanted to know what people were saying about me on social media sites, and it'll send me an alert anytime it uses my name. The only downside I found is my name, Vashon. Actually, there's an island off of Washington State in Puget Sound called Vashon Island. And so anytime something's going on the island, I get an alert about Vashon Island, which obviously is not me, but it's kind of fun to learn about Vashon Island because of my name. So you got to be really careful, how you, whatever you put into mention, because you're going to get all kinds of alerts based on that keyword. So that's it for the items that I had to cover today. I'm going to flip my screen back around here. All right, I hope that you found all of these 10 free tools as helpful as I do. These have really helped me to take my own business to the next level, and some of them, like I mentioned, are newer apps and things that I just found, and I thought, wow, these are great, especially that missing letter. I'm going to be activating that one here today because I was so excited about it. So take a look at those, and I'm going to see if you guys had any questions at all out there. All right, thanks, Gabriella. I appreciate your feedback. So for those of you that jumped on late, feel free to go back and watch the first half and take some notes, because these tools can really help you in your business. Oh, I know what I forgot to tell you guys. I do have some really great news. Gabriella, this kind of goes out to you, and Bridget and Terry, since you're here. One of the things that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be hosting something called a training. It's my Zero to Hero boot camp. Now, some of you guys say, well, I think I already missed it, because we were supposed to start last week, but I wanted to get a few more people involved. So I postponed it and moved out our first boot camp coaching class. This is group coaching. I moved it out to Wednesday. So that means this Wednesday, if you're not already signed up, you can get signed up. I have had another person get signed up. I'd love to get a few more. So if you've been thinking about having a mentor and group coaching, then you might want to consider my Zero to Hero group coaching, because I'm going to be going through step by step by step the technical aspect of setting up an online business. So no matter what business you're in, there's some things that every online business needs to have. One is a capture page, an email autoresponder. You need to have emails in place, obviously. You also need to know how to market that. And the best way, the easiest way, is through Facebook. So I'm going to be teaching all of that in our group coaching, and we're going to do it as a group. So you're going to get to meet other people. You'll be able to ask questions. It's going to be really, really fun. And I'm looking forward to teaching all of this to you all step by step to simplify it for you, because I know some of this can be it's confusing. I know a lot of people get stuck in the weeds because there's so many little technical buttons that they just need help with. This is your way to get that help and to be able to start 2017 off with everything built out and ready to rock for the year. So yeah, I'll post a link here. It's just Zero to Hero event. Thanks, Terry, for the question. Zero to Hero event.com. That's where you can get signed up. And like I said, we're going to start Wednesday. We'll meet every Wednesday, 7:30 p.m. I believe that's Eastern time. So check it out. All the information is on zerotoheroevent.com. I know I've got Gabriella signed up, Eric signed up, so I'm looking forward to working with you two. And if we can just get a few more people, I think it'll be a much better group. Obviously, I'd like to have a minimum of 5, because then I feel like you can really bounce ideas off of each other and ask questions. Because sometimes the question that you have is the same question that somebody else had, but they were too embarrassed to ask it. So now in the comfort of a group, you can really get some of those questions answered and really be successful in your online strategy. So, all right, that's all I had today. Have a wonderful day and wonderful week. And we'll be talking to you next Monday for our Down and Dirty at 1:30 Central. Take care, everyone. Thanks for being on here live. Bye.